If you are in the market for a new TV, especially one with that sweet 65-inch size, then this video is for you. Today we are diving into the best 65-inch TVs available right now. We are talking about premium features, mind-blowing picture quality, and everything in between. I will be giving you the lowdown on the specifications, pros and cons, and my personal experience testing each one of these. Plus, all the TVs I mention are linked in the description, so check them out if you want more details. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more reviews like this. With that being said, let's start. Let's kick things off with the LG C3, priced at around $1,700. This TV is all about OLED technology, giving you those deep blacks and infinite contrast levels. The C3 boasts a stunning 4K resolution with Dolby Vision support, making it perfect for anyone who loves that cinematic experience. Its A9 AI processor enhances picture quality, so even older content looks sharp and clear. The design is sleek, thin, and minimalistic, perfect for any modern living room setup. I tested this TV with various content, from HDR movies to fast-paced gaming, and the performance was solid across the board. The blacks were truly black, and the colors popped vibrantly, especially in darkroom conditions. However, its brightness could be better when compared to something like the Samsung S95C, which I will get to later. The LG C3 is a phenomenal choice for movie lovers or those who prefer darker room settings, but if you are in a brighter environment, you might find the brightness a bit lacking. Final verdict? It's a fantastic choice for those who prioritize color accuracy and deep contrast, but brightness limitations could be an issue in well-lit rooms. Next up, we have the Sony Bravia XR A95L, priced at a whopping $3,300. This one is a premium pick, and it shows in every aspect of its performance. It's an OLED TV as well, but Sony takes it up a notch with its XR cognitive processor, which aims to mimic how the human brain processes visual information. The result is absolutely stunning. The 4K resolution combined with HDR10 and Dolby Vision support brings an impressive dynamic range. I tested this TV with a mix of action movies and sports, and the clarity was incredible. Motion handling is one of the A95L's strong points. Fast-paced sequences were butter smooth, and I saw no blurring or ghosting, which is a problem I noticed with the Hisense U8K. The audio experience is also surprisingly good for a TV, as Sony uses acoustic surface audio, which turns the entire screen into a speaker. The downside? The price. At $3,300, it is by far the most expensive option here, and unless you are chasing the absolute best in visual and audio fidelity, you might want to consider a cheaper alternative. My final thoughts? The A95L is a top-tier TV for those who want the best of the best, but the price tag might be a deal-breaker for many. Moving on to the Hisense U8K, which comes in at a much more reasonable $1,500. This TV offers a lot of bang for your buck, featuring a OLED panel with quantum dot technology that delivers fantastic color accuracy and brightness levels. The 4K resolution combined with Dolby Vision and HDR10+ support provides a great viewing experience, especially for those who love bright, vivid colors. During my testing, I found the U8K to be excellent in bright rooms, outperforming the LG C3 in terms of peak brightness. However, I did notice that the blacks were not as deep as the OLED competitors, which could be a deal breaker if you watch a lot of content in dark environments. Gaming on the U8K was a joy. Thanks to its low input lag and support for a 120Hz refresh rate, which kept everything smooth and responsive. But again, it does not quite match the motion clarity of the Sony Bravia XR A95L, which is on another level. Final thoughts? For the price, the Hisense U8K is an excellent all-rounder, especially in well-lit environments, but it cannot quite match the performance of the more expensive OLED options when it comes to black levels and overall contrast. Now, let's take a look at the Samsung S95C, priced at around $2,300. This is a QD OLED TV, which combines the best of both quantum dot and OLED technologies to deliver some truly impressive visuals. The colors on this TV are real, with rich, saturated hues that pop off the screen, while the OLED panel ensures deep blacks and infinite contrast. Testing the Samsung S95C with both movies and games, I was blown away by how it handled high dynamic range content. The brightness levels are far superior to the LG C3, making it a better choice for rooms with a lot of ambient light. When compared to the Sony Bravia XR A95L, the Samsung holds its own in terms of picture quality but falls slightly short in motion handling. One downside I noticed was the interface. It is not quite as intuitive as some of the others on this list, making it a bit harder to navigate between apps and settings. Overall, I would say the Samsung S95C is a great mid to high-end choice for those who want excellent brightness and color performance, but with a slightly less intuitive interface. Let's move on to the TCL QM8, priced at $1,500. TCL has been making waves in the TV market by offering premium features at a fraction of the cost of their competitors. The QM8 features a mini LED panel with quantum dot technology, delivering sharp 4K resolution and impressive brightness levels. In my testing, the TCL QM8 performed exceptionally well in bright room conditions, rivaling the Hisense U8K. The color accuracy was spot on, and the HDR performance was solid, making movies and TV shows look stunning. The downside? The black levels are not as deep as OLED models like the LG C3 or the Sony A95L, so if you are a fan of those inky blacks, you might be slightly disappointed. However, if you are looking for a bright, vivid TV that works well in a variety of lighting conditions, the QM8 is a fantastic option. Final verdict? It is one of the best value for money TVs on the list, but does not quite reach the performance level of its more expensive OLED counterparts. Next is the Samsung QN90C, priced at $1,380. This is another mini LED TV, and it shines in terms of brightness and color vibrancy. The QN90C is a great all-around performer, delivering excellent 4K resolution with Quantum HDR 32X for enhanced contrast and detail. In my tests, I found this TV to perform very well with sports and fast-moving content, as its motion handling is top-notch. It beats the TCL QM8 when it comes to motion clarity, but it does not quite reach the deep blacks of OLED competitors like the Samsung S95C. One area where the QN90C excels is gaming. It has features like FreeSync Premium Pro and a 144Hz refresh rate, making it an excellent choice for gamers who want smooth, responsive gameplay. However, the sound quality left something to be desired compared to the Sony Bravia XR A95L, so you might want to invest in a soundbar for the best experience. Final verdict? The QN90C is a great mid-range option, especially for gamers, but lacks the deep contrast levels of the OLED options. Finally, we have the TCL Q65, which is the most budget-friendly option on this list at just $550. This TV does not have the fancy OLED or QLED panels of the others, but it still offers decent performance for the price. The 4K resolution and HDR support provides solid picture quality, and the overall design is simple and functional. I tested the Q65 with various content, and while it cannot compete with the likes of the Samsung S95C in terms of color accuracy or contrast, it holds its own for everyday viewing. Brightness levels are okay, but nowhere near what you would get with the TCL QM8 or the Hisense U8K. Gaming performance is decent, but again not on par with the higher-end models like the Samsung QN90C. Overall, the TCL Q65 is a good budget option, but if you can afford to spend a bit more, I would recommend going for the TCL QM8 or the Samsung QN8 or the Samsung QN90C for a better all-around experience. That wraps up our review of the best 65-inch TVs. Be sure to check the description for links to all the products I mentioned. My personal favorite was definitely the Sony Bravia XR A95L because of its amazing motion handling, which came in handy for my PS5 as well. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to subscribe for more in-depth reviews.